Hey there everyone, and welcome to my unboxing for Bravely Second End Layer, the Collector's Edition. It's a 3DS exclusive, so without further ado, let's get right into this thing. So I was actually filming this unboxing a little bit earlier, but my phone kind of was behaving funny and it corrupted the file. So yeah, this part's already cut. A couple other parts are cut too, but try to repackage it up as best as possible. So we're gonna give this thing a second go. Okay, cool. So for those of you who either subscribe to my channel, or just kind of follow the unboxing videos I make and stuff, Final Fantasy is one of my favorite series of all time, if not my favorite series of all time. But like so many hardcore Final Fantasy fans, I have a serious distaste for the newer games. Basically after Final Fantasy 9 and Final Fantasy 10, somewhere around that kind of time, where Sakaguchi, kind of left Square, and some of the other guys too, like Nobuo Uematsu. I just kind of feel like the games started to lag a lot. 11 and 14 are not bad games. I'm not a big MMO guy, so I did play both of them. I played 11 for a while. I don't play it anymore. I still play 14, but I'm not a big MMO guy. And then 12 was awesome, but it was just a lot different from the Final Fantasy I'm used to. A lot of us are used to. It was just a different type of game. But these games, the Bravely Default games, these are the best Final Fantasy games I have played since Final Fantasy 9. So I'm really loving them. And this time of year in particular, I play, I don't know why, I get into this kind of mood towards the end of the year to kind of just play different types of games, certain genres, certain types of games. And after Halloween, I get in the mood to play RPGs and Super Nintendo games. I know that sounds funny. It's probably because I played a lot of that stuff, because getting games for Christmas and stuff. So this is one I haven't played yet. I loved the first one, so I can't wait to give this one a shot. So yeah, this is a legit art book. So you'll notice I don't know how familiar you guys are with collector's editions, but it's pretty common now, for the collector's edition to include some type of art book. But they're usually 20 pages long, 30 pages, 40 pages, anywhere between I would say 12 pages to 40 pages long, which is pretty good. But this game and the previous one, Bravely Default, both their collector's editions come with absolutely legit art books. This art book has 256 pages or something like that in it. It's super legit. Has everything from character art to concept art to environment art, all sorts of stuff. It's really cool. There's some merchandise art. We're not going to go through every single page because we'd be here all day long if we did that. But we're just going to go through some of the basic ones. Yeah, your characters and stuff. I absolutely love the art style for this game as well. This isn't just something that's gonna take up space for collector's purposes. I literally love the art style for these games. It's just super awesome. I don't know what it is. It's funny. This art, I don't know the name of the artist. It says right here, Tomoya Asano. Actually, these are all different artists in that case, because they all have different artists. I don't know. This art, to me, looks a ton like the Final Fantasy Tactics art, and I don't know if it's the same people who are doing the art for this game, but if they are, I love them because I love the artwork for the Final Fantasy Tactics games, and this totally looks like that art style. So yeah. It's another reason why I really like these series. I don't know, this kind of look, I feel this is so PlayStation 1, early PlayStation 2. You just don't see games that look this way anymore. And it's super unfortunate. We lost that very creative side, I don't know, of game design, I feel. We've gone for such a realistic thing, trying to make games look exactly like real life, that we totally forgot how to make worlds look creative and unique, and I don't know. Not all games are like that. Some games are still pretty awesome with that. Some games are still pretty good. Making very unique, original, creative worlds. Yeah, so this is pretty awesome. Like I mentioned, like you guys will definitely, if you get this for yourself, you'll be able to really appreciate this amazing art. I can tell there's a lot of different artists that did artwork for this. There wasn't just one or two. Yeah, tons of different styles. It's super awesome. You're really going to get everything here. This is like definitely one of the best art books I've gotten in recent years with a game. Okay. Now we're coming towards the end. Cool. Awesome. So we got that. And then lastly, we have this slide out thing that includes the game and the soundtrack. So this isn't like the full-fledged soundtrack like most collector's editions. It's just like, what are you? It's like a mini soundtrack. It's like a mini album. So yeah, because the real soundtrack is probably going to have like a lot of tracks on it, probably multi-disc. This one does come with like, I think 10 tracks, but I'll confirm that. Yeah, mini album, original soundtrack mini album. So pretty cool. Nothing on the inside of the slip. Cool. Square Enix music. Sweet. Let's open it up. Okay, yeah, so it does have 10 tracks, which is super cool. Super awesome. We'll put that back. Thank you very much. And then we have the actual game itself right here, and then this is it. So this game takes place like a 2 to 2.5 years after the first game, story-wise. One of the cool things, one of the cool new additions to this game is, I love the battle system of the first game, but one of the cool things they added to the battle system is you have the option now, like when you're fighting a random encounter battle, like you have the option after you like finish the battle, after you complete it, of just like continuing onward, like fight more random enemies that, you know, are much harder. So, you know, you can get like wiped out by them, but it's like a risk and reward kind of system where it's like you have a much better chance of getting better equipment, you know, like better items, better equipment, better weapons if you stay in the battle. So I think that's something that's really unique and really cool. I've never seen that before in an RPG. It might be in some RPG, might not. But I think it's a really creative idea, really cool idea. And as someone who grinds a lot in RPGs, I will be utilizing that a ton. I can tell you that. So, like most games, its manual is not included in the case. It's going to be included on the game cart itself when you put it into your 3DS. So yeah. So this is the unboxing. This was the unboxing for the collector's edition of Bravely Second and Lair. Yeah, so it comes with the game. It comes with a mini soundtrack, the game's music, and it comes with this super legit art book that is just totally worth getting the whole thing for by itself. Super awesome. And then it's all housed, you know, it has this little thing. It's all housed in this really, really nice case. That's going to go really, really well with my first one. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Yeah. Go really nice with the first one. The first one's a little bit smaller in comparison. Yeah. But as you see, the first one also came with similar stuff. Came with art book, came with the soundtrack, came with the game. This one also came with AR cards. So yeah, a little bit smaller in comparison, but that's totally okay, right? You know, as we get sequels, the sequels have more content, right? So bigger box, I don't even know. That's kind of cheesy, but yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and you have such an awesome day.